Times, well, they have faced 3 high-profile lawsuits where their employees alleged workplace discrimination based on age, race, and gender. Now, one of those lawsuits alleges that the Times sought to replace older female and African-American employees with staffers who were younger, white, and did not have a family. Wow, pushing out women and minorities. There's also the 2014 dismissal of the first female executive editor, Jill Abramson. And according to the New Yorker, well, management thought Abramson was, quote, pushy after she dared to confront her bosses about unequal pay and benefits. And Abramson has alluded to the fact that she was fired because of her management style. And the guy who is running the place, Mark Thompson, well, guess what? He was successfully sued for age discrimination back in 2011 when he was at the BBC. By the way, you're probably not going to see that in his bio. And I doubt we're going to see a 20-page expose on what appears to be an epidemic of discrimination at the New York Times. Here with reaction, editor-in-chief, LifeZet. She's laughing.com, Fox News contributor. You know, it didn't take that long to do all the research. I mean, it was pretty simple.
Sean. You're just horrible to the poor people at the New York. The next thing, Sean, you're going to mention the Jason Blair witch project. No, the Jason Blair which story did you fabricate project. You're going to mention that next. I mean, you're piling on the poor New York Times. They're so equitable in how they shovel their the condemnation for the treatment of women. And I think love the Trump story. It's like a news flash that a single man likes women who has a plane, and the women who go on the plane. Like, who cares?
I interviewed, the main woman in this piece was on last night, and she is absolutely apoplectic.
Yeah,
and
she's friends with Trump.
She loves Trump. She thinks he's the greatest guy who's voting for him. Carrie Prejean was on my radio show. She's going to join us in the next segment. She's mad because he was one of the few people that stood up for her.
I have people texting me saying they were upset they weren't in the story. I mean, they wanted to be in the story. But Sean, one of the most absurd things about this is that they're fanning these teams of reporters out. A friend of mine emailed me yesterday, then she called me. Donald Trump was in a independent film called Marmalade that she wrote and actually directed. And Trump had a cameo appearance. I'm talking like 20 seconds in this film. They somehow tracked down my friend Jill, and they were like, well, they wanted to get a comment on the record. She said Trump could not have been more magnanimous and more of a gentleman and just a great guy. And she said, this is ridiculous. They're somehow finding an independent film where he appeared for 30 seconds. This is, I think to most people, they see the economy's not working.
But here's
the
a serious
point. This is just ridiculous.
Where's the piece interviewing? Now, I interviewed Juanita Broderick.
I did too.
I interviewed Kathleen Willey. I interviewed Paula Jones. This is not somebody saying, oh, you look nice in a bathing suit. These are allegations of exposing yourself, groping, grabbing, fondling, touching against your will.
And that was on an off day. That was on one of
and then one